Alright, well, we are continuing on with this Empire of the Sun game. And we have concluded turn number 1. It says, after this action, finish the remaining phases of the turn, and that action was the emergency naval movement for all naval units. So, there you go. That's the way I interpreted it as. Skip the attrition phase, which we just did, and then we'll start normal play. So we are on game turn 2. And first thing we want to do here is, I can't believe it wasn't on the page. I was just there. Okay. Strategic phase. Allied player gets to bring on reinforcements first. So we're going to see what kind of reinforcements we get here for game turn 2. And it looks like it's pretty sizable. There you go. So there's restrictions. We'll follow those, but let me go ahead and place my reinforcements. Look at the procedure and criteria. We're back. Alright, feeling a little bit better. Getting it going with this Empire of the Sun game. And we got double duty today. we got 2 games going on. I'm waiting for my turns from my buddy, but yeah, this is what it's all about. Feeling a little bit better, getting ready to go outside, get some fresh air, play with the dog, but yeah. We got the old EFAR going. We're all sitting down here in the war room section of the man cave. War games left and right. Oh, hold on. My other left and right. Bye. Okay, then. Continuing on with Empire of the Sun. And like I said, it was a reinforcement phase. Unfortunately, there's a lot more into it than just get reinforcements. And it's all built in the game. It's a real good mechanic and part of the game. Right now, here's the reinforcements I got coming to me. But unfortunately, because of the state of affairs on the War in Europe track, they're going to be delayed. So the Allied players are going to takes another hit by turn number 2 not having any reinforcements. And also, I got to roll die for these units right here. 1, 2, 3, and if I get a 1, they go to Europe. All right. Also, whole different game here within a game about conquering China. I've got to get over here closer. I'm away from the table and look at this really good. Let me zoom back out here. All this area here is a whole different theater right here with these units in the boxes and stuff. So, like I said, a big part of this game is knocking out countries, or getting countries to surrender. That limits the other player's hand and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's a whole different game, and that is the China offensives. So we were checking that out. We were checking out air units, Allied air units in China. China intrinsic strength in China. If you have no units there, all kinds of goodies. India surrender. We've all looked at that. We got the Burma Road and some road infrastructure. But right now, what we're looking at is, let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on a second. All right, we're at the Sun to Europe die roll. And you can probably see this better than I can through here, but there you go. We're at level 1. That's what the scenario rules told me to start out at, is 0. So whenever you're at that level 1 here, on a die roll of 0 to 1, they go over to Europe. So, and there are some modifiers, but they won't apply with this die roll here. So we were rolling 1 die for our first unit. That is, I guess there's a bunch of B-29s, I'm not sure. 10th Air Force and the 5th Air Force. Oh, we got 2 for the 5th. Alright, 10th Air Force. Anything but a 1. Alright, he'll just be delayed. Next unit. Oh, it's a 7. Alright, he'll be delayed. And now the rest of the 5th Air Force, that was just a part of the 5th. No worries. Last but not least, 4. So they're all good. They will just be delayed, I think, until the next turn is what it is. So we'll get them, but there's just a little bit of a delay, and that can change. Everything changes in this game, so you've got to get on it. But I think we are by the book and ready to go. Now the Japanese player already placed his reinforcements. There you go. Turn 2. You can see there you got another Japanese army, the 28th, I guess it's reeling from fighting in China. And somehow, I guess, in this time the year of the game, this time period of the game, the Yamamoto's hit. But I put them all, and it says here, I'm trying to go by this Japanese Erasmus bot opening phase. It looks pretty good. I've been checking this out, but first thing it says to do with the reinforcements is to put them as close to the enemy as possible. So I guess that would qualify. I mean, you could have put them not really too close, but so that's what we did. We put them there. Now we'll be following the flow chart and let the so-called bot take care of their turns. Okay, where are we at next? Be right back. Okay, then we're at the replacement phase, and as per the replacement chart, here you go. Japanese player gets no replacement points a second turn. Huh, that is strange. We get 2 ground points, 5 air, and 1 naval, but there's a caveat on that naval, and if you look down here, you'll see it. It says, additionally, the allied player continuously gains 1 U.S. naval replacement point per turn if they control Oahu. I don't know. I guess that's where Pearl Harbor is. And 1 Commonwealth naval replacement point on turns 6, 9, and 12 if they control any of these. And we need to keep track of these hexes. We definitely have to put those on our radar for hexes to control. So that means we get 2 naval points. Now I was licking my chops at getting some of these battleships back, but I think the thing we have to do is get to put him back. And we only usually get 1 naval point. This would have cost me 2. One to brought him on at reduced strength, and a second one to brought him on full strength. But that would have used up my 2. But where are we at here? Oops, sorry about that. We're gonna bring these 2 up to full strength. So the Lexington, I think, and Enterprise that were reduced. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So they're now at full strength. We repaired them back in Pearl. Oh, right here. That will take care of our 2 strength points. Now we go to air. We might be able to rebuild some of that. We got a bunch of air units that were eliminated. So there you go. We have we can rebuild 2 and bring 1 on and reduce strength, or then we can bring a ground unit on. So let me see how I want to manage my first replacement phase. We'll be right back. And I was looking at these cards. I made a video of this earlier, but I deleted it. I've been sick here for the last few days. Like I stated earlier, my girlfriend's been sick left and right. She works in an office. And of course, when we got together on Christmas, kids were sick there. So, hold on a second. So she's had to bout with the flu or colds 3 times since the holidays, and it's just now the end of January. So she keeps on looking over at me saying, "Why ain't you sick?" Well, I finally did get it, so I should make her happy. But and I get these spurts where I feel great, and then I'll do a bunch of stuff, and then, man, I'm down, I'm run down. So we can't get nothing really steady on this war game. But this is coming in when I get a chance to play. But while I was thinking about it during my downtime, I thought there was something on one of these cards I missed, and it must have been a dream I had about this game, because I don't see it anywhere. What made me think about that, though, is I had a dislike on a video, and I'm like, what? You know, and 5 people watched the video, so I usually get 1 or 2 likes, but there was one that was a dislike, and that might be the only dislike I've ever had out of all my videos. So for some reason, I thought that maybe I did something wrong here, and on one of these opening cards, I thought, and this might have been, like I said, this might have been a dream, because I've looked it over, and it doesn't say anything anywhere about keeping all these ships together. Nowhere here does it say that. So I'm like, man, where did I see that? So sometimes you even do dream, but maybe I was, doing card legalese in my sleep. We'll look over at this one here, though. Maybe this was a card I've seen it on. Event U.S. Naval Service. Flip the marker. Nope, this ain't it. This don't say nothing about keeping all the ships together. So I don't know where I got that from, but that is so weird. So I came over here looking, digging on these cards, but left and right. And you can see here, we'll go through it. Surprise attack, 26 units. If a Japanese unit, nothing about keeping them together. No allied unit offensive, but not battle hex. Auto participates, blah. Yeah, this is one step. Blah, 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 in the red, nothing there. And because I thought maybe I did one of these operations wrong, but yeah, surprise attack. Before it can't be used again, we did that. Battle hex, we did that. We did not roll. Political wheel marker moved to +8. We're up to date. So I think I did everything right. Like I said, there's nothing here that says hexes cannot be attacked and must conduct post-battle movement. We did that and that. So no, nowhere did it say that this group of ships must stay together. It is so strange. Hold on while I take another flu cough. All right, working under the weather conditions here. All right, well, I am going to try to check out what I'm going to do with the rest of my replacement points. And after this is, let me see here. What is our next strategic warfare segment? So I guess that's where you find out how many cards you get. Because now the Japanese player drew cards last turn on the first turn, but the Allied hand is empty. We have yet to have our first card draw. We weren't allowed to do it during the first card. But there's a conference card here that I'm allowed to maybe pick. So we'll see what's up with that card there. But yeah, replacement time. We will be back. All right, then with my 2 ground replacement points, we're just going to go flip over a couple of these units here in the Philippines and get them ready for the next round of combat. That one there. Ooh, this one's full strength already. Okay, he didn't take a hit. This one here did. At Davio. There we go. All right, now could I have rebuilt a bigger unit and better unit? No, not really. There's a Marine unit, but he only has a 2 strength. There is an Australian one unit with a 3 strength though, but now we'll be fine. We'll get these guys back full strength. Now let's look for the 5 air. I already looked on the map. I don't believe any of my air units have been damaged yet. So it'll just be a matter of rebuilding and bringing on units. We get 5, so that brings me 2 full units and 1 at reduced strength. We'll be right back. All right, now another big aspect of the game now going forward is that zone of influence. You have to watch out for these enemy planes. They're lethal and can provide a zone of control, which is called zone of influence in this game, of 2 hexes. So that unit that I just rebuilt just barely made it. All right, and they all got to be within a certain range of your headquarters, and everything's got to be in supply. That's what we're going to have to be going on doing. So it's going to take a while to move through these turns, but when you get it all down pat, you got yourself a pretty solid game here. That's interesting to see if we could beat the Japanese. Let's see here now. I'm looking for criteria for placing rebuilt units. I got 2 units here. 7th Air Force, FE Air Force, whatever that means. Huh. Looks like some fighters. And then this unit here with the stripe came in at reduced strength. So there you go. If you don't use these, can't save them. They're lost. So you might as well use them, or as the saying goes, lose them. Be back. All right, we could have some fun with this placement of units because of the mechanics of this game and the zones of influence. You can see here, you can do whatever you want. You can get, unorthodox with your placement and stuff, but the obvious theater right away is the Philippines. So what we want to do is place these air units, but I'd love to place them right here. What's wrong with that? It's within 2 hexes of the zone of influence. And what you're simulating here is that these units are always launching search missions. There's always air units in the sky probably doing combat air patrols. So that's pretty cool. That's a nice little mechanic there. I like that. And in the game, it's a continuation. I don't know what the game from turn to turn is. What would that be? December, January through April. Oh, 3 months. Okay. Well, each turn is 3 months, and that's a long time. So you always have somebody out there flying around. We are going to put our air units probably in this hex right here. Now I want to be able to make me maybe a little bit of a area here with the zone of influence, so we might have to spread them around and use that zone of influence to our advantage with these area units. But yeah, big part of the game. We'll be right back. Alright then, so the allied player gets an extra naval replacement point per turn if we control any one of these. Let's start on game turn 6, so we can't use it now, so we have this one already. And that's all you need is one. It does say if they control any one of the following. So there you go. Those are important hexes for naval replacements. We'll keep those markers on there. What else do we need to do? Oh, there's another one here at Hong Kong too. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What else are we looking at here? We'll be right back. Alright. Air unit placed. 7 Air Force placed, what's the name of this hex? No name, just an airfield and a clear spot there. It's already got some infantry. Ooh, making a mess. I'll show you what's going on here in a second. So there you go. I got him placed there. ZOI 1, 2. Well, can he do that? Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, he can. Don't get to him. So we barely can't do each other. I always put him right here just a second ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. You can't put him here. So there you go. I put the second unit here with the 2 hex range. He's got an extended range. He's got an extended range in parentheses, which means all kinds of things when you look at it. But right now we're just placing him. And then the last one with the half strength unit, he's got a range of 6 though. So we pretty well got this area up here pretty well locked in with zones of influence. Now he's got ways to cancel out my zone of influence with his zones of influence, but we'll see how that works. We'll have to read up on that. But let me straighten out that little spot there and we'll be right back. Alright, there you go. Air units placed here, here, and here. That'll do it for the placement phase. We will move on to the strategic warfare segment. Let me make sure I look all this over, and we'll be right back. Okay then, as a Japanese player, they're going to have certain goals. And we got them marked off here with the brown markers. Brown markers are key hexes that must be taken for countries to surrender. You can see up here, whoa, we got all kinds of them up there, but there you go. These are all key. Surrender, get those hexes and you get those countries to surrender, and that's what the game's all about. Now the gray ones are replacement hexes. You get those gray hexes controlled, or they stay in control with the allied player. You get certain replacements, and there's one of them down there. Now I got Philippines marked kind of differently. Number the 2 hexes you need to control for the Philippines. They fall, the Philippines fall. And there you go. I forgot where that guy even am in the game. But yeah, we got that straightened out. I think we're going on. We're looking at strategic. Oh, shoot. Strategic warfare, where we divvy up the cards. I just had a little bit of. You look at this game and you look at all these things. You're like, oh my God, how am I going to remember all that? So it's like a easy way to remember. The hexes with the blocks on them are key targets for Japanese. We will be back. We might just call this a video before it's too long. When we come back, we'll be on with some more learning. Empire of the Sun with the T small. I don't know why I did that. I think for some reason in my head I had it as EotS and a T being capitalized, but that was a faux pas on my part. We'll be back.